Good morning, all. I hope you're doing better this morning and everybody is healthy, safe, and sound. We have with us today Dr. Manjunatha. Sir has been with us for so many previous trainings, and it has always been a pleasure of him joining the session and providing us with an insight on the topic. Sir, today is going to be deliberating on the topic of technologies in animal husbandry to improve farmers' economy. Sir is himself in charge department of veterinary clinical complex, veterinary college, KVAFSU, Karnataka. Sir, your audience is waiting. Your presentation is visible. You must unmute yourself to start the presentation. Thank you, sir. Please unmute, sir.
Thank you, Mazid. Thank you. Mazid, I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible as well as
Mazid?
visible. Yeah, you are audible, visible.
Yeah,
And presentation
yeah.
visible. Let's start the slideshow.
Slideshow is okay. Mazid, my slideshow is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll continue.
Yeah, sure. Please do.
Yeah, thank you, Mazid. Good morning to everyone. Myself is Dr. Manjunatha. I'm assistant professor in Department of VCC, Veterinary College, Hassan, Karnataka. Today I'm delivering a topic on technologies in animal husbandry to improve farmers' economy. As you know, in animal husbandry, the contribution to the GDP day by day is increasing. It's competing with agriculture, horticulture. That's all along. That's all other units also. Now is GDP from animal husbandry is increasing. Maybe milk production, meat production, maybe so many way export of a milk like that. The so many opportunities are there where what an veterinarian or maybe an agriculture graduate or maybe an agriculture scientist, what best they can able to do to improve in a farmer's economy by adopting so many innovative techniques. That you can take it as a mixed or integrated farming, the rise of an veterinary, that's a medicine that's increasing the number of veterinarian, and involving a veterinarian in the research of a livestock sector. Thereby, we can increase an health and productivity of an livestock. Thereby, we can increase the GDP of an India. That some of an innovative innovations in India and animal husbandry needed is in nutritional strategies. What best we can do in nutrition, thereby low cost feed can be applied to the animals. They can produce a very good productivity. And along with that, we need to think about public health and also food safety. What do you mean by public health means? That's where you are there. There's so many diseases we are seeing now, maybe COVID-19 or maybe swine flu, bird flu. So many diseases, they may be communicable from an animal to human, where the public health is an important. And what you're going to eat, maybe meat, egg, milk. The safety is important for export or maybe to get a very good quality and also very good price for your product. Should have enough food safety and the involvement of a veterinarian in research and value addition to the livestock product. Maybe if in a milk you can sell it out like that itself, otherwise you can convert it to the ice cream or peda or maybe butter or maybe ghee. Like that, value addition is also play a very important role. Thereby you can increase that's income of a farmer. And animal health and welfare, that's health and welfare, the both they play a very important role again in the productivity. And also that's what is as a wealth of an animal. And comparative medicine, where the research can be taken up much more, and use of ICTs, that's an information communication technology. Employing is also play a very important role. Thereby we can increase the productivity. Thereby we can communicate what a knowledge you are having, what you are doing now. I'm sitting somewhere, I'm communicating with you people like that. You can sit somewhere, you can control, or what do you say about, you can produce an app or maybe prepare an app. You can give to the, that's an Google, that's an Play Store like that. Someone can download, they can gain a knowledge. That's the use of an ICTs. And what is now we are facing is a COVID-19 scenario. In this scenario, what best we can do to improve an economy and also improve in productivity. The first of all, we will move on to the nutrition strategies. That as you know, the cost of an feed is increasing day by day, and the cost of a milk is standstill. Thereby, the farmers they are facing in a very difficulty to get a profit out of a milk or maybe meat like that. In this condition, what best we people can do to increase an productivity and also decrease the cost of a feed like that. That's why I'm planning that I'm saying a few things about unconventional feeds that can be applied over the low cost feeding and ensure nutritional qualities of these feeds. Otherwise, if you give it a low quality feed with a low nutrition value, there is no point in giving. We should ensure the good quality of a nutrition in the feeding. That means unconventional roughages, you can take it sugarcane tops. Once the sugarcane is harvested, the tops will be thrown out or maybe thrown in case of an land itself, then they'll go for a burning. That's become a big issue in case of an Haryana, maybe like the paddy, what they're going to burn in the smoke creation. That can also be avoided. And maize cob and husk. Yeah, that's in our college only the research is going on. The maize cob and husk, they will make into powder, then pellets, then they're going to start feeding. That's also the unconventional feed. Areca sheet and also banana leaves. This can be employed. You see that that's what is showing in a figure. The figure here, the sugar cane after harvesting any juice that will be thrown out. That's they're going to dry it, they weigh it, then they will convert it into the powder form. Then they will mix with an essential, the mineral mixture, and what is the deficit is there. That is, they're going to mix it. Then they will going to convert it into the pellet form. Then they're going to feed to the that's a cattle or maybe buffalo. Thereby, the cost of a feed can be reduced. One more is as a gold standard, as a very old technique is the silage. Is also a method of conservation of a green fodder. Yeah, green mass can be stored under controlled fermentation. Yeah, and all the nutrients will be retained, easily digestible. Yeah, maize or jowar, ragi can also be converted into the silage. A cowpea, groundnut plants also can be taken. It usually will be ready by 3 weeks, the most of the time, if you store it, and it should be free from a fungus. Usually, in olden days, what you're going to do it, you will make a pitch is around 10 feet or 15 feet. Then they will going to you'll chop the green fodder, you're going to fill it, then they're going to close it with a mud. After 3 weeks, you'll open it and will start using. This usually is recommended for if you have a cattle 15, 30, or maybe I can say is 50, 100 cattle. They can make it in a shed like this, they can use it. But now the changing, we can make use of this type of the tank can be commercially available tank can be taken here. The sugarcane tops they made into a small piece. Then they're going to that's they're going to keep it in a box for 3 weeks. Then they're going to use it. The one more now is in all over Karnataka, especially in Chamanasagara district. Instead of the what do you say about the container, they're going for bags. That's commonly they're going to call it a silage bag. Here 1 ton, 2 ton, 3 ton bags capacities are available. Okay, always you can go for 300 kg, 500 kg bags are also available. We can chop it out. You can make that's a small piece. You can fill it into this type of a bag. You can keep it for 3 weeks at the side of your house also. This is also the method of making a silage without any pit or anything. You can employ this one. Then you can feed it to the animal. That's one thing about unconventional feeding. That's one more. That's a livestock waste management. The ones you can get the milk and also meat. The waste management also is a play a very important role. Yeah, the waste management may be animal waste, dung, or maybe urine, or maybe you can consider as a dead birds or a dead animal. The proper disposable is very important to control the disease, and again the spreading of diseases and everything can be controlled by proper livestock waste management. Yeah, you can plan for anaerobic digestion, composting, or directly you can burn it, or you can fly breeding can be done, carcass composting can be done. Is also litter also can be used as a source of an energy. You know about biogas, the biofuel that's also can be employed here, and azolla and also vermi. That's in the growth. They can also be do it. You can see the integrated farming is one of a method of waste management here. The duck waste or maybe poultry waste they can also be convert it as a feed for a fish. Same thing here, the pig waste is using for feeding for a fish. Here the goat waste and rabbit waste they're using for feeding for a poultry. Like this, if you plan it, the proper waste management can be done. You can see here a cow dung briquettes. The usually earlier we were making a burning and you can sell selling a cow dung for a burning of a dead person or a dead animal like that. But here now they are making in some sort of a briquettes by adding in some of an adhesives. They're selling for some of the ritual purposes. In online, you may also get it. So many people they're selling like this. They're making a cow dung as a briquette. They're selling for some ritual purpose. Here, how the waste managing can be converted into the sort of an income. That's is I'm willing to show here. Then again, composting, that straw husk, manure, and other dead birds, they can compost it. They can be used for an menu. Yeah, that's an a leaf. That's an uh, waste plant is there. That plant can be cut. They can pour in a dung and also that's an urine. They can be converted into the compost. Can be used. Yeah, that's as you know. Once a bird flu outbreak is there, maybe we're going to kill 10,000 birds to the 20,000 birds in a herd like that. Then we're going to be we'll burn it out. Otherwise, we're going to dig it and we'll throw away. But instead of that, we can make in a boxes like this. We can pour a sand and we can make in a pack like this. Leave it for around 3-4 months. They will be converted to the menu. It's a very good quality menu. You can use it for again for growing of some of a fodder. Like this, the dead animal also can be properly disposed. Most of the time in a rural area, if animal death is there, they'll throw it outside. If they throw outside, maybe it's suffering with an anthrax or maybe BQHS, then maybe chances of an spreading of a disease from dead animal to the that's a good healthy animal. The improper disposal of carcass can be prevented by this method. Thereby, we can effectively utilize the dead animal also. We will go to get a manure also, and we will also prevent that's spreading of any diseases. Thereby, the veterinarian or maybe the people that are working in a rural area, they think they have to act regarding this. The advantages, yeah, the quantity of a manure volume will be reduced, but you're going to get very good the quality menu. Yeah, dead birds can be effectively disposed in eco-friendly. It's suitable for both small and large farm also. The end product can easily apply to the land as a valuable menu. They says that even pathogen, that's an a pathogen, avian influenza virus, is also can be destroyed. Is economically viable. Like this, we can dispose in a waste. The one more that's now trending, and people they are thinking about public health and food safety. Yeah, public health it comes maybe rabid dog or rabid animal if biting in any public, that's a nuisance. Or maybe anthrax is spreading from an animal to human is a nuisance. Bird flu, we can take it, or maybe swine flu. There's so many diseases that can be communicable from an animal to human, human to animal. Yeah, the public health person, that's when I will say One Health. That is combination of an animal, human, environment. Environment means the agriculture person or horticulture person, or maybe all other they come together. That's everyone should fight for a common cause. Then only you can achieve a One Health. Now, that's maybe World Health Organization or maybe the Indian government is also moving towards One Health, and also they're pouring in huge money towards public health. Yeah, that's when you produce any product from your side until it will be used, that will be given to the consumer. That's the whole chain during a production, during a transportation, or during a selling, and during a purchase, and during a consuming. That's health of that. That is about safety of that food. Food has to be maintained in a proper way. Otherwise, you're going to end up in so many diseases. That's a pre-harvest and post-harvest surveillance is important. The proper vaccination to the animal is important. Administration of immunomodulators, the product tracking system, and dispose of animal carcass and the product waste in a properly. And you need to go for ABS, that is antibiotic resistance test has to be done. We ensure that that food should not contain any antibody residues, and interaction between the host and pathogen you should know. Then only you're going to get very good quality food. But we know that people they are using these biological weapons instead of using a mission gun or a bomb, people are using a viruses or maybe bacteria or fungi to control, or maybe control will be taken by some other country like that. Yeah, One Health and food safety means, I told you, environment. That means where you're going to produce the feed and fodder, everything. That's it comes to the agriculture. That's what is the sort of that's a pesticide you're going to use. What type of that's manure you're going to use. Everything is going to be you're going to come into the agriculture in a proper way. This they will going to produce a feed. This feed will be taken to the farm where the animal will be reared. This animal will be slaughtered or processed. Then it will go to the consumer. That means from the point of sowing of a seed until the consumer, there may be chances of the food can get contaminated at any point of time. Yeah, the each and every persons play a very important role. Maybe farmer, or maybe an agriculturist, or maybe veterinarian. Everyone is important to get a very good quality of any food. Where that's all our scientists has to play a very important role in this. Yeah, the food can be harmful and pose a proposable risk. Definitely, the food can be poisoning or food poisoning organism, or maybe physical contamination, maybe during an harvesting or during a transportation. That food can be get contaminated, or maybe chemical environmental contaminants. What's the pesticides, or maybe that's a manure you're going to use. There may be containing any sort of what is about the chemical hazards to the human health also. Sometimes the food will be stored for a longer time. It will be produces some toxic material that also is maybe dangerous to the human health. Usually, what they recommend, one is before starting, we need to ensure a good health, and surveillance of diseases and vaccination of an animal is play a very important role. And as much as possible, limit the transportation time. Thereby, we can reduce the stress. Thereby, the picking of any diseases by the animal can be prevented. That's a huge investment needed in a research and knowledge transfer. Thereby, we can prevent any new emerging diseases. And yeah, the most of the time in a field condition, the non-therapeutic use of an antibiotics is very high in case of an animal population. That's irrational use of an antibiotic. That is very much harmful to the human health also. And here they says use eat less and good quality of an meat is supposed to eat. Instead of eating 2 kilo, 3 kilo, eat an half a kilo or maybe 250 gram with a good quality of an meat. That will be the better. That's regarding in public health and food safety. One more is important is an veterinary research. Here, the disease surveillance, genetic engineering, and investigation. These three are important in case of veterinary research. Thereby, we can increase an animal productivity and also animal health also. Yeah, epidemiology, vaccinology, diagnostic test, treatment and prevention. That's as you are doing, already doing. Is supposed to be upgraded in this. Or maybe further research, you can employ genetic animal models, genomics, proteomics, and genetically modified animals can be employed. And investigation is needed in the zoonosis, emerging diseases, and wild animal studies and lab animal. The most of the time we're going to see that human animal conflict, maybe deer, bear entering into the animal that's a human, or maybe elephant, or we can say the cheetah, the killing and so many animals, or maybe human being. The wild and animal conflict is much more because we are encroaching, or maybe we are acquiring in a forest, we are converting to the urbanization, we are not growing a further trees. These are all they are contributing for a wild and man conflict. There we need to think much more in this. The veterinary research that already told you One Health and interdisciplinary approach. That is approach from an agriculture, human, and also veterinary. You have to work together. We need to write a project in it together. We need to get a solid project. Then only we can provide a One Health to the public. Otherwise, it's not at all possible. And encouraging a research institution and project proposal for emerging diseases, epidemiological analysis of outbreaks, and regional disease diagnostic laboratory at a taluka level. That means if you have a diagnostic, the institute at your taluka itself, any new emerging diseases is coming out, where you can test it. If you are finding that this disease is coming in this particular area, thereby we can take in a control measure. We will prevent a further transmission of a disease from that particular area to the neighboring area. Thereby, effectively, we can control the new and emerging diseases. Where that's a policy maker, they need to think in this. And involvement of a veterinary student or agriculture student or maybe the medical student, where you are working in this particular area. Thereby, the people also got a will going to get a very good knowledge. This can be propagated to the generation to generation or maybe person to person. Thereby, we can achieve your goal. That's regarding veterinary research. One more value addition for a livestock product. We know that so many livestock products are there. Is there some of that milk, meat, fish, egg, and leather? The huge demand is there wherever you go. An alternative to that's the growth of an agriculture crop is decreasing. The people they're shifting for an animal products. Where value addition, that means you are selling whole milk, it's okay. But if you convert it into flavored milk, if you sell it, definitely you're going to get a very good quality and very good return from that. And consumer also will be happy by drinking in a flavored milk. That means the quality of a raw material should be maintained. You should have a correct formulation, optimize the processing and right presentation or a packing. If you are packing most of the time, when you are purchasing any things, we'll look for packaging rather than a quality. Yeah, when you're willing to go for a value addition, the quality is also as important, and that's what your visibility is also as important. When you plan for that, the storage stability has to be taken care, appearance and aroma should be there, nutrition value should be there, the product specification and regulation you're supposed to follow. Then only the value addition can be done in a proper way. This value addition usually done by two ways. One is innovation, that is improving an existing process. That means you already have some process, you can improve. That's a one thing. Another is coordination, that is arrangement among those who produce and market the product. Maybe someone is producing somewhere, someone is marketing, but that those who are scientists that's working over that. If we coordinate between them, definitely you're going to get a product at a low cost. You can sell it for a higher rate. Thereby, the farmers also going to get benefited, and consumers also going to get a very good product. The value addition, it's also the emerging technique, maybe milk value addition, egg value addition, or maybe fish, or we can consider for a meat also. Value addition is play a very important role. You see, there's so many fish product. We can sell a whole fish like that. Otherwise, you can convert it to sausage, or maybe smoked fish or a fish ball like that. You can make it, you can sell it out. Thereby, the attraction of a people is also play a very important role, and you can get a marketing ability. You have a huge quantity is there. You can convert into this quantity into the different way. Thereby, your product will be sold in different ways with an very good quality and also very good amount return you're going to get it in this. Then again, this one more is the point has to be remember animal health and welfare. The most of the time we think about the productivity, okay, and also feeding of an animal. That health and welfare is also play very important. If animal health is good, definitely productivity will be good. Welfare, that means comfort, we can say. If animal is comfort, if animal giving a 2 liter of milk, if animal is comfort, definitely it will going to give another half a liter extra milk. Where that's animal health and welfare, if it is good, definitely you're going to get very good return. When you're planning for that, that's a role of an animal in a human society is important. Food animal health is important. Companion service and animal health is important. Lab animal welfare is important. Wildlife animal. If these animal health is good, health and wealth both are good, definitely human health will also going to increase, and also human health will also be good. If animal health is not in a proper way, maybe you can say animal is suffering with a TB. You will purchase the milk of a TB affected animal, bring it, definitely you're going to get a TB. That means if animals they are in a good condition, definitely our health will also be in a better position. That means when you plan to go for a welfare, the overcrowding of an animal should be avoided. We should provide a sufficient and very hygienic water to the animals and improve the animal welfare. That means proper feeding, proper drinking water, and enough space for a roaming of an animal. If you maintain a proper welfare, definitely productivity of an animal will be increased. The one more is a comparative medicine, a development of biomedical research. The comparative genetics is a molecular marker identify the carrier and affected animal. Genome and phenome research, stem cell research, it's going on much more in Chennai also. or in some part of Karnataka, they're doing very well with an animal, the stem cell research, the cloning a genetically modified animal they're using for a research, the biomaterial development to treat the human and animal diseases. These are the comparative medicine, it's under research, it's need to be, the further investigations are needed. Yeah, training for a veterinary research, you should have effective communication in veterinary research and active engagement of veterinary research in community, in federal agency. There should be that's communication between that's the researcher, the teacher and the extension worker and farmer. If you communicate that, what are you going to say? Lab to land, maybe in agriculture most of the time, what are you going to do it in a lab that should be implemented in a land? In some other rivers is also important. Some people they're practicing in a ancient some of the technique that has to come to the lab. That investigation should be done in that particular way also. That particular person should be identified. They should be recognized, and he also should be awarded. That means what do you say earlier? Lab to land. Now we say lab to land. Then also we need land to lab also is needed. That means maybe some of the treatments are in an ancient day that you using with some of the plant material, or maybe some other that's the material available in case of an house itself. That research is needed in this particular area. Thereby we can that's a ancient technique also can be brought to the newer generation, that also make it to use in this generation also. So one more now trending, what you are doing, that is an use of information communication technology in animal husbandry. That means you are sitting somewhere, that's you can see somewhere also. That is information of ICT, that's an implementation of ICT is much more important here in case of an animal production field, veterinary medicine, agriculture and allied sector. Thereby we can improve in a productivity, improve an animal health and also improve in human health also. The where are all you can employ on an ICT, you can people there now is an well versed with the computer and other technique also. Those who are working in an animal husbandry agriculture, they can think in an development of a mobile apps in case of a disease detection, value addition, feed preparation, health management, animal welfare, the product, the fodder production, maybe sowing technique, what are the that's an in area which are the technique can be employed. Like that, if you start development of a mobile apps in case of a regional languages where you are working, thereby people they can easily download it, they easily implement it, they can use your knowledge in their doorstep itself without your involvement. Here, ICTs play a very important role. You need to think. See the sensor technology in animal health. In case of Karnataka, the one organization is Akshay Kalpa. That means they're producing organic milk. I think they got a certificate also. Yeah, the people they having a whole network connection. They are selling a milk is around I think so 80 to 100 rupees per liter. They are claiming that this is an organic milk. They're saying that that's what are the farm you are there in all around Karnataka. They will be connected with an ICT. Each animal will be implemented with a chip, and each farmers will be in connection with that. The doctor will be in connection with all the farms. Wherever any change in a milk or any change in a body temperature of animal, the doctor will comes to know. He'll ask the owner to segregate the animal. He'll ask the owner to discard the milk, the particular animal milk. That's only what you say about udder to chiller. They say the milk from udder to chiller directly. The milk will go come from an udder to the chiller directly without any human involvement. They are like that. They are climbing. Again, they're saying you're not using any pesticide. You're not using any the manure. Only what is the manure is produced by animal is going to be used for a farm. The same fodder implemented like that. They're climbing. They claim, and also they effectively they're utilizing in an IT. They're using in an information technology in this organic milk production. That's you can search it out in the net. Akshay Kalpa. That's it from Karnataka. Now that we are facing is a post-COVID-19 scenario. Because you know the union budget this time is the huge budget has been given to animal husbandry, fishery and dairy sector. The people they can think in writing a project in this particular area. The goal is in 2025 is doubling of a milk capacity and achievement in artificial insemination, livestock product exporting and bypassing the middleman. That's Thereby, we can improve a farmer's economy and creating employment and self-sustainability in case of a farm. That you have an innovation in animal husbandry, definitely will improve an economy of rural India. Thank you. Now I will to share the silage bag that has been conducted by our veterinary college, Dr. Manjunatha. They have made a silage making using in a plastic bag in Karnataka under Sujala project. They have done it in case of Chamarajanagar district of Karnataka. These are grown maize. They will be chopped in a small. This is chopped maize. Yeah, instead of going for a silage pit, they are, that's what to say about the tail the back. They themselves themselves they're going to stitch the back to from 300 kg, 400 kg bag. They are going to prepare it. The chopper will be filled into this bag. The bag will be closed. They are going to produce the silage. See, these are the bag size bag they are storing. Now people they are going for this type of size with a low cost size. Thereby, the whole round of an year you're going to get a green fodder to the animal. This is an what do you say about the project is implemented very well. The farmers also is happy. We are getting a very good feedback with a silage bag with a farmer. This is now the instead of going for an dry fodder, people they're thinking for the green fodder with an silo bags. Thank you, Nanda.
Okay, do we have any questions regarding the topic? Sir, maybe ready to answer those. Any questions or queries regarding the topic?
Someone is asking about the cost of service bag. Maybe I think is on 300 to 500. Within below that itself will going to get it. Sir. I'll going to give a contact number. Please contact one more our associate professor is there, Dr. Manjuna. I'll type the number. Please contact him. We're going to give a manufacturer number or maybe the seller number. I'm typing the number, sir.
All the while, any other question? There is another question in chat, sir. Is there any automation technology in poultry farming?
Excuse me. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
Doctor.
tell me, sir.
Yes, Dr. Manjunatha, sir. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yes, I'm Pundalik Wagmare from Maharashtra. Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, I would like to know just that today's situation about the rearing the animals, milch animals, in farmers
Yes, sir.
community is very in upset mood due to some natural problems like feed. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. In this way, how we can just project or made some prospects about the doubling the milk production, sir.
Sir, that's the one thing you need to think about. That's one is artificial insemination. They're already claiming they're using that one is the one thing. Another
Yeah,
that's cost of a feed has to be reduced. Cost of a feed is increasing day by day. The maize cost is increasing, and also that's a private company they're claiming the cost is increasing day by day, but milk cost is not increasing. This is where you need
yeah,
to think the cost of a feed has to be reduced.
yeah. If we thought to involve
Hello.
the marginal and small farmers in this case, then I would
Yes,
like
sir.
to know
Yes, sir.
how they go for.
Yeah, definitely, sir. If you plan, yeah, one is that's along with an fodder, they need to plan for an annual fodder trees. Maybe what you say about Subabul, or maybe some other they are available. That's going to say about Araka, sorry,
Yeah,
fodder trees are available.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all over the round of an year, they should get in a green fodder. If once green fodder is there, automatically the productivity can be increased. One thing, along
Yeah.
with that, they can plan for a silo bag, thereby going to get a green fodder. The quantity of milk production can also be increased.
Yeah.
Maybe the marginal, the small farmer also they can plan for this.
Definitely, sir. It will be so. If we see in the traditional practices of rearing the animals in the village ground, okay.
Yes, sir.
Then I mean to say that if we just go in circle of the traditional practices of rearing for small and marginal farmers, it will be possible by changing the attitude of farmers.
Definitely you can plan it out, sir. But along with that, the grazing, stall feeding is also is needed, sir. Much more.
Yeah.
Is what is the farmers they're going to do? Morning they're going to leave the animal. Evening they're going to take the animal back. Whatever the milk is going to comes down, they're going to take it. That's is a good. I'm not saying that's a bad. But once if they get back, if stall feeding has to be done in a proper way with a very good nutritious food, definitely will increase the production, sir.
Okay, we hope so, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Any other question, please? Sir, there was some question in chat, I guess.
Yeah, is there a poultry automatic technology in poultry farm? Definitely is there, sir. They're using already. That is controlled environment breeding of a poultry for research purpose. Automatic feeding, automatic watering, everything is going on, sir. But for a productivity, for a small marginal farm is not possible. Not possible. Only that's an Venkies, those who are that's a huge farm they're practicing with an automatic, fully automatic technology with the poultry farming also. Okay, Mazid, no questions more, I think so.
On behalf, hello? Okay, sir. If there are no further questions, we may consider this session to be over. I thank you on behalf of the organizing committee and on behalf of the NADCL. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you very much
Thank you.
for
Thank
giving
you.
me an opportunity.
All the
Thank you very much.
participants are requested to join back at 2:30, the second session. Thank you.
Thank you.